Hi there, I'm Renee, and it's great to bring you Movie Juice, especially this week because we have Indiana Jones 4, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I must admit, I was a little bit worried about 60-something Harrison Ford being capable of doing an action movie, but like all great filmmakers, Steven Spielberg probably used a few special effects to fix him up. And who can resist seeing Cate Blanchett play a villain? Let's check it out.
This ain't gonna be easy.
Not as easy as it used to be. Damn, I thought that was closer.
He's such a man's man. He's the ultimate superhero. He's Captain America.
Indiana Jones is what makes him so wonderful is he's so flawed and ironic. He's not a pure hero by any stretch of the imagination, but it's fantastic, it's fantastic to play off that, opposite that.
Teacher?
I know the other three films so well. You can already feel how it's slotting into the canon. And that's really exciting, to be part of something that will last the test of time and sit in, in the little box set along with the other three films. I mean, I'm completely and utterly stoked to be, part of that legacy. I'm so pleased.
When I was done with Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, there was a reason that I invented the shot of Harrison riding a horse into the sunset, because I thought that brought the curtain down on the trilogy. And then everywhere I went, in this country and overseas, I'd get asked the question, are you going to make another Indiana Jones picture? And that was a question that was not only asked of me, but it was asked of Harrison. And I know it was asked of George and all of us.
There was an ongoing dialogue about the potential, the possibility of doing another. I was happy to do another Indiana Jones film just because they're so much fun to do.
One more time.
Having it in the 50s was great. The nuclear age, the music, the fashions. There's just so many new things happening that it's a lot for us to play with.
It's a whole new era. It's almost a couple of decades have passed since we last saw Indy. And Indy has grown up and grown wiser and probably grown a lot stronger, too.
Indiana Jones is back at Marshall College teaching archaeology. He still pursues archaeological adventures. He has this dual nature that he's always had, part academic, part adventurer.
There is a style that Steven puts up there, and it's Indiana Jones, and he is doing it again.
I think this is the quintessential family movie. And I think this is a kind of movie not just for the fans, but for people who don't follow the series, but are about to witness, perhaps for the first time, what he's about to go through. And they're going to go along on the ride.
And if you're a big fan of the franchise, we've got some adventure packs to give away. Each pack has special editions of 3 Indiana Jones films: Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Temple of Doom and The Last Crusade. All you have to do is go to moviejuice.com.au, click on freebies, enter your details and answer this question in 25 words or less. What advice would you give Indiana Jones to help him defeat the villain played by Cate Blanchett? I'd tell him this: Indiana, don't look directly into her eyes because she's like the sun and her blue-eyed brunette beauty might blind you. Now, would you go to see a film called Love in the Time of Cholera? Well, do it if you can. It's the movie version of a Gabriel Garcia Marquez book directed by Mike Newell and starring Javier Bardem, John Leguizamo, Benjamin Bratt and Liev Schreiber. It's a romantic drama that poses the question, how long would you wait and what would you go through for love?
We've written too many letters and too much time has passed. So now, crowned goddess, I make this vow. I swear to you my eternal fidelity and everlasting love.
In the beginning, there's this relationship when they are very young, when it looks like there's going to happen, when it's going to happen, this relationship, but then something makes them being apart from each other. and I guess he can't forget what she means to him.
Love in the Time of Cholera is essentially a love triangle. There's Fermina Daza, who is the pursued, and she's pursued by two men. One is Florentino Ariza, which is a character played by Javier Bardem, and the other one is Dr. Juvenal Urbino, which is the character I play. Don't be frightened. We are man and wife. I want you to love every moment of our honeymoon. I can't wait to show you Paris. It is a city of love.
She becomes a woman and she has to choose with who make a family and with who make children. She chooses security, she chooses comfort, she chooses a man that is maybe less romantic, less crazy, less interesting in a way, that Florentino, but that she knows that he's gonna be there always.
The important thing in marriage is not happiness, but stability.
And love? Nothing is more difficult than love.
Gabriel Garcia Marquez is arguably the greatest Latin writer ever. You don't even necessarily need that qualification. He's beloved by everyone all over the world. It was something that I was, all too willing to fight for.
Part of what Marquez is saying that's so wonderful in this book is that each of us has the potential for love that profound.
Fermina, I have waited for this opportunity for 51 years, 9 months, and 4 days. That is how long I have loved you from the first moment I cast eyes on you until now.
Javier is an actor that gives his life to the film, to the character.
Met him very early in the process when I knew that we would not be going down the Hollywood route. Certainly not with that role. We wouldn't be doing that. He's very, very magnetic as a personality, and I was excited to see that, and I was seduced, and I was very lucky to have him.
What is between us is nothing more than an illusion. It clouded my eyes. I'm so sorry.
There are sex scenes in this film, and there are love scenes, and a fair bit of debate about the difference between the two. Now, the Sydney Film Festival is on the big screen from June 4, and this year there's an official competition with $60,000 prize money for the winner. And the jury who'll decide the winner has just been announced at the Cannes Film Festival. Award-winning Aussie director Gillian Armstrong was named jury president, along with an eclectic mix of jury members, including Iranian director, writer and producer Majid Majidi and Hong Kong producer Nansun Shi.
I particularly admired that the criteria set by the Sydney Film Festival, I don't quote verbatim, but it's something in the something like bold, audacious, and treating a subject matter in a way which is different.
The wonderful city, fantastic festival, and now that it has this competition and a very, very generous prize, I think it's very exciting.
In our film, the boys, the Sydney hits them in the face, they've been on the boat for 6 months, so it's kind of too loud, too fast, too everything, and I think we shot like a street away from the theatre where we're going to show it, so it's kind of great.
I'm very happy because it's one of the most important festivals in the world, so I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward to go to Sydney.
I was sort of laughing with my brother that it's sort of quite ironic that we go off to a film festival that we can actually catch a bus to rather than catch a plane and sit on a yacht at, which you might do here. But there's a great sense of pride of actually presenting our film for the first time on home turf.
Do you remember a terrific movie called The Bad Lieutenant starring Harvey Keitel? Well, they're remaking it with Nicolas Cage in the lead role. It was only made in 1992. I mean, what are they going to remake next? Indiana Jones 4 and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? Well, that's it for Movie Juice. It's been great being at your place, and I'll see you again next time.